All right, and this leads me to the last part of my presentation. There is some issues about the life cycle of bada applications. Well, it's not a big surprise. We have 4 states in a bada life cycle. The first one is the initializing state. Second is the running state. The third state is the terminating state, and the last one then is terminated. Now let's go a bit deeper into every one of these. Obviously, every state is related to a particular method. So for the first state, initializing, we have the on-app initializing method. And there you do all the initializing things for your application. The second one, the second state is running. That is a bit more interesting because you have basically 2 sub-steps, which is background or foreground. Whenever a base application is launched on your device, such as an incoming phone call or an incoming text message, your bada application is sent to the background, and at the same time, this on-background method is invoked. So our recommendation is, in that method, to release unnecessary resources and to stop heavy operations. Now, once this base application is closed, is finished, your application is sent to the foreground again, and the on-foreground method is invoked. And, of course, in that method, then you can just resume your normal operation of your application. Right. And then we, related to the terminating state, we have the on-app terminating method. That is invoked when either the end key is pressed, when another bada application is launched, or when you're short on memory or battery. Of course, the recommendation is to free all the unnecessary resources, and if you would like to save the state, some states of your application, you can do so by storing it to the registry and then make use of it later on. Okay, to summarize the main points of my presentation. I started with giving you an overview of our API. I discussed with you the namespaces and the concept of privileges. Second, I explained a couple of concepts which are interesting and relevant in bada, especially the first 2, the exception handling and the 2-phase construction. Then I talked about the UI basics. I touched upon the UI screen structure, various controls, and the UI builder. And eventually, I discussed the 4 states of the life cycle of a bada application. Well, of course, there's always more to find out. You can go to our website, developer.bada.com. There is a huge plethora of different training material and reference documentation. Or if you download the whole IDE SDK bundle, that is also in there. So there are various tutorials and a lot of sample applications. So you can just have a go if you like. Oh yes, and as a little taster, and actually to show that we follow this eat your own dog's food approach, I would like to introduce to you very briefly one application that we are currently working on. So this is an in-house development project. It's an application, it's a game for bada. It's called Air Raid, Rise of the Undead. And it is actually a 3D augmented reality first-person shooter. And here on the right-hand side, you can see a screenshot of one of the first prototypes. So it's augmented reality, so we use in the background the camera feed, live camera feed. And on top of that, we display 3D OpenGL objects. In that case, these are the undead, our ghosts. And in the middle, you have our Hoover tube, and you can actually suck up those ghosts. Right, if you're interested, you can follow us on Twitter under the hashtag Road2, Rise of the Undead, and the application will be released in the Samsung App Store around August, and it will be free, of course, so if you like, just download it. Yeah, and before I finally conclude, I would like to remind you again of our developer challenge. So if you would like to become rich and famous, or just for the sake of it, consider participation. Thank you very much.